He didn't kill for money. He didn't kill for revenge. He killed because he was told to. Before Pablo Escobar became a corpse on a rooftop, before Colombia became a battlefield, there was a man whose job was simple: obey, execute, disappear. He planned bombings that killed civilians. He ordered assassinations of judges and police. He watched men beg and pulled the trigger anyway. Later, he would calmly say, "Killing became routine, like going to work." His name was John Jairo Velásquez Vásquez. The world would know him as Popeye. This is not the story of Pablo Escobar. This is the story of the man who helped turn his orders into blood. Before John Jairo Velásquez ever pulled the trigger, Colombia was already bleeding. In the late 1970s and 1980s, Pablo Escobar transformed Medellín into the epicenter of a global cocaine empire. At its peak, the Medellín Cartel controlled nearly 80% of the world's cocaine supply. Escobar was richer than nations, more powerful than politicians, and more feared than the military. But his empire didn't run on money alone. It ran on loyalty and fear. To maintain control, Escobar needed men who wouldn't hesitate, men who wouldn't ask questions, men who would kill on command. John Jairo Velásquez Vásquez grew up poor in Medellín. Violence wasn't shocking. It was normal. Opportunity was scarce. Cartels weren't. When Velásquez joined Escobar's organization in his early 20s, he didn't start as a killer. He started as a trusted aide. But Escobar noticed something. Popeye followed orders without emotion. No hesitation, no conscience, no limits. That made him valuable. That made him dangerous. Popeye became one of Escobar's most trusted assassins. He didn't just kill rivals. He helped plan executions, judges, police officers, politicians, journalists, anyone who stood in Escobar's way. Popeye later admitted responsibility for over 300 murders and involvement in thousands more. He once said, "Killing became routine, like going to work." To Escobar, Popeye wasn't just a hitman. He was a weapon. When assassinations weren't enough, Escobar escalated. The cartel turned to terrorism. Car bombs, building explosions, civilian targets. In 1989, a bomb destroyed Avianca Flight 203, killing 107 people. The intended target wasn't even on the plane. Escobar ordered it anyway. Fear was the strategy. Popeye later confirmed Escobar approved civilian deaths without hesitation. Colombia was held hostage. When pressure mounted, Escobar made an unprecedented deal. He surrendered on his terms. Escobar built his own prison, La Catedral. Inside were alcohol, parties, prostitutes, soccer fields, and executions. Popeye participated in murders inside the prison. La Catedral wasn't confinement. It was cartel headquarters. Eventually, Escobar escaped, and the hunt began. After Escobar's escape, Colombia unleashed everything it had. The search block hunted him relentlessly. A rival group, Los Pepes, began murdering Escobar's allies. The cartel fractured. Paranoia took over. Friends disappeared. The empire was collapsing from the inside. With Escobar on the run and enemies closing in, Popeye made a calculated move. In 1992, he surrendered. Not out of remorse, out of survival. He cooperated selectively and entered the Colombian prison system. But prison didn't mean safety. It meant exposure. On December 2nd, 1993, the war ended. After 16 months on the run, Pablo Escobar was located in a Medellín neighborhood. He made one fatal mistake. He called his family. Authorities triangulated the signal. The house was surrounded. Gunfire erupted. Escobar fled upstairs, climbed onto the roof, and was shot multiple times. The final bullet struck his head. Pablo Escobar died at 44 years old. More than 25,000 people attended his funeral. They cried, they prayed, they praised him. To the poor, he was a provider. To the victims, he was a terrorist. Two legacies, one coffin. When Escobar died, Popeye lost his shield. Inside prison, he became a liability. There was an open contract on his life. Rival cartels and paramilitary groups attempted to reach him through coordinated riots, guard bribery, smuggled weapons. In one attempt, attackers moved toward his cell block during a staged disturbance. Popeye armed himself with a sharpened piece of metal. Moments before they reached him, a full lockdown was ordered. Steel doors slammed shut. Gunshots echoed. The hit failed, barely. He was placed in isolation, not for protection, for containment. Pablo Escobar died on a rooftop. Popeye survived prison. But survival didn't mean redemption. It meant living long enough to remember everything. In 2020, Popeye died of stomach cancer. Free. No final trial, no full reckoning, just silence. Popeye was not a myth. He was not born evil. He was a man who chose obedience over humanity. And that choice destroyed thousands of lives.